When is doing nothing what you should be doing? I'm Greg Schinkel, President of Unique Training and Development and Frontline Leadership Systems, and today I want to just address this issue that remember that doing nothing is always an option. Most frontline leaders are action-oriented. They want to jump in, they want to fix things, they want to make a decision, solve a problem. But sometimes being that action-oriented actually can cause unintended consequences. Now, I'm not endorsing procrastination, or as I like to call it, strategic deferral. In fact, sometimes just taking a moment to think things through will help you make better decisions. So if you make a hasty decision, if you jump in and you grab a wrench to fix a machine instead of maybe thinking through what should be done next, you might make the wrong choice, because there can be unintended consequences from being so action-oriented. Now, a plant manager shared with me that when he gets a phone call in the middle of the night because a production machine is down and they're wondering what to do, he says, I'm always surprised that the frontline leader doesn't have some basic information. He says, for example, if I'm trying to decide over the phone in the middle of the night what we should do, I want to know certain things. I want to know what is the urgency on the order. Does it have to ship to the customer first thing in the morning, or is it something that we could have a day of extra time if we needed it? Should we run it on a different machine? Is there a job running on that machine that could be deferred? What's maintenance telling us? How long is this machine going to be down? Is this something we could fix really quickly, but it might not run that well? Or do we need to shut it down for several hours to do a proper repair? Do we have the spare parts available? So he says leaders need to gather that information so that they could make some of those decisions even more or better themselves. Now, when you are strategically deferring or pausing before acting, you're doing a few things. You're gathering the information, like I suggested. You're looking at different alternatives, and not every alternative has the same level of, desired outcome. So some alternatives you might say, I don't really think that's a good idea, but in this situation, maybe that's the one we should choose. And part of what goes into that is assessing the risk. If you're looking at the risks involved, you might say, hey, the risk of running slow means our production numbers will be down, but at least we'll complete the order for the customer. The other thing to realize is sometimes you want to pause long enough to think about what you might experiment with. And I know when I say experimentation, you're going, man, we should just do the proven, tried and true. Well, sometimes experimenting is the way to go because you're not sure exactly what's going to work. And maybe instead of jumping and grabbing that wrench and fixing the machine yourself as the leader, maybe you should be stepping back and getting your employees or the team members there to be doing some of that for themselves. So helping team members think for themselves, coming up with solutions, maybe getting 2 or 3 people around you to see if you can make a better decision. Those would be all great reasons to simply slow down, pause, and sometimes do nothing for at least a short period of time before you jump in to take action. Now, once you've learned the wisdom of when to take action and when to sort of stop and think, you might want to work on some of your other leadership skills. And of course, you can do that by reaching out to us. We're running our frontline leadership class in several cities, and also we do on-site workshops exclusively for your team. Or some companies want to utilize our videos or our recorded webinars. You can access all of that on our website at uniquedevelopment.com, or join in our community with other frontline leaders. And you can do that on Facebook, on LinkedIn, or on Twitter. Just look us up on Facebook at Frontline Leader. I look forward to helping you on your leadership journey.